sitting at 19 degrees. Guaranteed high, 22 degrees.
Hey, it's Steve Nicholas. One of the only ways to beat these gas prices is to get into a more fuel-efficient car. And that's the message here at High Park Nissan, Willowdale Nissan, and Newmarket Nissan. We've had great success in saving you hundreds of dollars a month during the Nissan Take the Wheel event. And that's no joke. So if your existing car is taking into the cleaners, come to High Park Nissan, Willowdale Nissan, and Newmarket Nissan for a free appraisal and your list of money-saving options. Heading to the game with Dad this Mother's Day is easy.
Simply listen to City News 680 traffic and weather together on the ones first.
This is City News 680. Everywhere. You're listening to City News 680 with the cost of gas, groceries, and pretty much everything else on the rise right now. City News 680 hit the streets of Toronto to ask Torontonians if they could guess the cost of key items 20 years ago.
On average, the price of goods and services have gone up 2% per year since 2002. So we're just going to play a guessing game of how much things cost back then. Cool?
Okay, sounds good.
Start with a Tim Hortons ice cap. How much do you think that cost 20 years ago?
$1.98.
I'd say $2, like 99 cents. $1.69. $1.69. Wow, about 70 cents. Cool. TTC fare.
I want to say $1.25.
Maybe $2.50. TTC fare was $2.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Still a lot, yeah.
I don't drive. Oh, smart. 75 cents to 66.5. Yeah, you're right on.
For the full episode or to submit a question you'd like to ask Toronto, check out the City News YouTube page. For Josh Daves, City News.
Conway just reduced their internet and TV streaming to just $79.95 a month with no term contracts. Oh, people disconnect from cable TV. You still need a place to watch your on-demand and premium network shows, sports, news, and reality TV. With Conway, you get high-speed internet and live TV streaming, plus watch on all your TV and mobile devices. Get high-speed internet and TV for only $79.95 a month. For details, visit Conway.net or call 1-866-770-8085 today. What is the art of conquering cancer? It's when a scientist uses imagination to develop a blood test that detects cancer earlier. It's when a doctor dares to dream and discovers a less toxic alternative to chemo. It's creating breakthroughs that change the course of cancer history. At the Princess Margaret, we empower the greatest scientific minds to imagine a world where we control cancer instead of one where cancer controls us. Together, we can conquer cancer. See how creativity sparks breakthroughs at thepncf.ca.
Today's time 12:26. Now business.
I'm Chris McCusker. The U.S. Federal Reserve raised interest rates by 75 basis points this past week, the biggest hike since 1994. And it also signaled that lower hikes are coming in an effort to cool inflation. Leslie Marks is Chief Investment Officer, Equities at Mackenzie Investments.
I think there's a realization that the Fed is going to have a very difficult time orchestrating a soft landing with interest rate increases at the pace that they are. And so now I think the concern has moved more towards whether or not we experience a recession in 2022.
Now, the next Bank of Canada interest rate announcement is July 13th. So does our central bank follow the Fed's lead?
Well, it's an interesting question, who led who, because last week we did hear from the Bank of Canada, and they certainly opened the door to 75 basis points at their next meeting, which was before we heard from the Fed.
Now, given the current situation, what is your biggest worry right now?
As we continue to see data that support sustained inflation, such as what we saw in the CPI, the U.S. CPI numbers, that we continue to see that sticky inflation number, which makes the Fed maybe go too far. Because it does take between 3 to 6 months to see an impact from a policy decision by central bankers.
Leslie Marks is with Mackenzie Investments, and we get Canadian inflation data for May on Wednesday. At the City News Business Center, I'm Chris McCusker.
Business is brought to you by Scotia iTrade.
As you listen to my voice, you'll feel investment anxiety slipping away. When you open your eyes, you'll feel more relaxed, confident, secure. Because diversifying your portfolio based on asset mix, geography, and investment strategy is a snap. Ease your investment anxiety. Get $0 commission on an extensive selection of more than 100 ETFs. Visit ScotiaITrade.com.
In Canada.
days, from sports to art to food.
Travel domestically and internationally should start to get a little smoother now that the federal government will be lifting most vaccine mandates starting tomorrow.
We're learning the identity of the man charged after a woman was set on fire at Kipling Station Friday.
A Father's Day fall turned deadly early Sunday morning. 2 men were killed outside a convention center in Brampton. Peel police continue to look for suspects.
A blow-up win for the Avalanche. The Jays look to avoid a sweep, and the Canadian Grand Prix gets underway. Sports at 45.
And coming up in business, it's been nearly 4 years since cannabis was legalized in Canada, but the illicit market is still running strong due in part to government policy. City News on 1231.
As for traffic and weather together on the one, here's Christine Lango.
This report is brought to you by Highmark Condominiums. We still have a crash on the eastbound Gardner just east of York. The 2 right lanes are blocked. Eastbound Dewey Gardner is now looking busy from Wells Line to east of Appleby, approaching Mississauga Road to Dixie, and it's slow from approaching Islington and the Express all the way into east of York. So you might want to try using the eastbound Lakeshore for a time. It's looking a bit better. The westbound Rathburn ramp to southbound 427, that's closed for construction. Westbound Gardner Queenie is busy by Strawn. It's slow from Park Lawn to Royal York. It's heavy approaching Ford Drive off and on to west of Wells Line. Southbound 404 Don Valley is slow from Elgin Mills to south of Major Mackenzie, and again approaching Shepherd to south of Lawrence. And I'm looking at slowdowns north on the Don Valley Parkway from north of Don Mills to York Mills. Westbound 401 has filled in from west